I'm planning to do a documentary about the Hunan tour. It's really amazing when you come in China precisely to visit the different villages, Sutong. We have a lot of experiences to share with the African continent.
This has by far been the best experience I've had since I landed in Beijing. This is just out of this world.
There are lessons to be learned. There are lessons that can be implemented back in Africa in a bid to revitalize our rural communities.
What I've seen today is amazing. It's a wide knowledge that I've gotten.
11 journalists from 9 African countries attended a week-long China up-close Hunan tour in September. The trip focused on modern agricultural techniques, which play a key role in sustainable development in most African countries. The delegation visited several Chinese villages to learn about China's experience in the agricultural industry, agritourism, environmental management, and poverty alleviation.
I'm here at the Qingxi village in Yiyang City. Now it's a popular tourism area featuring many bookshops and guest houses. African journalists made paper cuttings and experienced the intangible Chinese cultural heritage at the Qingxi village.
It's almost not real. It's different from everything else I've experienced since I got to China. I can understand why the people here are called the happiest people in China. The people are laid back, they're taking their time. Makes you understand that all those things that we think are very important, they're not really, they're not. If you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of your life, you should head to Qingxi village. It's a little far from Africa, but it's worth it.
Now, African journalists are visiting the Shibadong village, where targeted poverty alleviation campaign was first proposed in 2013. Now we are at this very beautiful Shibadong village. I also saw you always film a lot of footage and wrote a lot of notes. And could you please share with us
the positive aspect about the different villages that we saw? Planning to do a documentary about the Hunan tour. I learned many good lessons. What China can do to help the farmers to develop the village, to reduce poverty is something really important.
What's the main words to describe your documentary?
First of all, solidarity, cooperation, and love. Love is something really important.
Here we are at the farmlands in Gangzhongping village in Changde City. So Kim, how do you feel about this village, because it's known for its modern agriculture?
I'm just impressed by the determination of the local people here to mechanize agriculture, and it is paying off. The rice production has more than tripled. I think the lesson for Africa is agricultural mechanization is the way to go. Then we need to embrace mechanization of agriculture.
It shows how they mobilize people to fight against poverty. Now people have a better life. They live in happiness. The most important thing is solidarity among people. Literate people help illiterate people to fight against poverty, to organize their life. I think it's the most important thing.
Is organization, self-organization, and of this country, of every village. I see people very organized, and they are fighters, they are workers, and they have discipline to work. If I would take something to do like lesson, that would be the organization, discipline, and hard work.
Chinese, they love their culture, and I like the way they track the historical development. If you want to develop, you should actually know where you are coming from, where you are, and where you are heading to. I think we need to, learn from each other, and China can serve as a very good example to perhaps take us from where we are today to the next level.
The words most mentioned by African reporters on the Hunan tour were inspiring and solidarity. Agricultural cooperation is also a key point of the recently concluded 2024 Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Summit, where more action plans were adopted to promote a new chapter in China-Africa agricultural cooperation.